Hi YouTube, CR Tim here, and I have been hard at work at trying to get the mouse thing uh, going, and haven't done anything yet, but I just wanted to update you guys on this because I am really happy with the results here. I think this might have taken me like an hour, maybe two. Didn't take as long as I thought, honestly, because I tried so many different things. Uh, in the end, however, uh, I ended up getting what I wanted. And as you can see here, there are three numbers. Now, what's going on here, you might ask? Well, there are three invisible lines being drawn from the crosshairs X position to each silo's position. So there's one going from A, then another to S, then another to D. Uh, the Y doesn't really matter because all we want is the if it where on the screen it is coming from. So that turned out to be the easy part, if you can believe it. Uh, there was a lovely little article on these things called vectors, which I've recently learned about, and I am learning to love them because if I click right here, and if I click right here, and if I click right here, it does the thing. Honestly, this is like really cool. I got to admit. I don't fully understand the math. I could not tell you the results here, what they mean. Right now I'm trying to see what happens. It's unlikely that someone's ever going to click. Actually, if I just reset the game, move my mouse cursor right there. If I click, yeah, see, even if two values are the same, well, actually, no. Oh yeah, it has to, that's right, I'm dumb. I'm forgetting my own code. So it has to be the smallest value. So that's never going to happen. You're never going to have two of the smallest values because of the nature of this, because you can't be like right, maybe if I do like something like this. Let me see. Nope. Okay, so they're both 75, 0.75, both uh, A and S. A is the top value, S is the middle value, but as you can see, it's not firing off. And I think, I want to say that's because of how I have the actual firing mechanic going, because, and now this was the hard part, I had to actually program a method to, say, for instance, silo A is fresh out of missiles, and I'm going to do that right now. Just gonna boop, all out of missiles. So now, oh, that was loud. I'm so sorry. I need to fiddle around with some stuff in OBS. But if I do say, I don't know, like right there. So because the ammo is gone, um, it just does that instead. It fires from S. Now if we exhaust S, then it will start firing from D. Because that is the only one. I'm going to move my mic because I'm noticing that uh, it it keeps going on to the little red there, and I don't want to blow out your eardrums with my annoying voice. So yeah, we can just do that, and of course it does the same thing for that. Yeah, the tricky part about the ammo thing was I trying to get because of the way I made it. Because of the way I made it, it checks for certain things. Uh, but now that I think about it, actually, hold the fort. Aha! Mm-hmm. Yep. I should have known. Ah, well. You know what? That's fine. I mean, or is it? Hmm. I will have to think about that. That is a bug. I'm going to write that down right now. Well, is it really a bug? I don't know. It's a problem that needs to be addressed. We'll call it at that. And now I'm wondering why I can do that. Because it should wait. Yeah? Hmm. I don't know. What do I say? Should fire from second nearest. Because with S, it's a little bit tricky. And see, that's not an issue for, say, A, because D will never be the second nearest. S will always be the second nearest silo. But with, same goes for D, A will never be its second nearest silo. But S, it's a bit more tricky, and, because its second nearest really depends on which, quadrant your quadrant, like I actually defined values. But no, the way I have it set up is for checking the uh, if there. You know what? Let me just show you. That'd be better, wouldn't it? Hold on. Sorry about that. That was a burp. Okay. So this is the code. It is located within the crosshair step events. And as you can see, what's going on here is that it goes ahead and takes its own position, uh, CX and CY, C for crosshair, and then it takes the X's and Y's of all three silos, and then this finds the vector, which I believe it's actually just a one-dimensional vector. I don't think it's a two-dimensional because it's just a straight line. Yeah, I want to read more about vectors. This is cool. This is really cool. I I'm not great at math as we established, but learning about that, I think they're going to come in handy a lot further down the line. Um, so yeah, it just draws the line here. Rather, it calculates the distance between 2 points, which we're just going to say that. Oops, that was my mic. We're just going to say that we draw an invisible line here. Uh, and then it converts those into a variable. I had to make sure it got the absolute value, because if it was a positive, if it wasn't, then uh, vector A over here, crosshair silo A line X, uh, that would always be that would always be negative, and that would always be the smallest one, which we don't want. We want it to be we need all the values to be positive, so they're being measured on a fairer plane. Nearest x, min, s, x, d, blah. So here it takes the three values and it compares them, and whichever one is the smallest gets incorporated into this value called the nearest x. Then it wants to check if the left mouse button is being clicked and if the global control scheme variable is set to the mouse. This part I had a lot of trouble with because so this is for firing from the silo A, and it's going to check for a couple of things if you want to first of all fire from silo A. First, it's going to check if the nearest X is the line being drawn from silo A. And then it wants to check if silo A actually has ammo. Then it's going to check if if the nearest X isn't silo A, then it's going to check for cup. What's it going to check? What is it going to check for? My brain. Oh yeah, it's going to check if S has any ammo in it, and then it wants to check if a missile has been fired. Now this here was because if, let's say this wasn't here, it would fire off two missiles at the same time. I don't know why. I think this has to do with because it's in the step event. Maybe if I put it in, say, the mouse click event, it'd be a lot more cleaner, and I wouldn't have to have the instant exist in there. But it was firing off two missiles at the same time, which we did not need. I do not want the player to waste ammo, but of course, this also does bring up the issue that if, say, someone's rapidly just clicking, and because people playing, I guess there are pros and cons to both control schemes. Because if people are playing on the mouse and keyboard, I mean, if they're playing on the keyboard, then they'll be able to fire off multiple missiles at the same time just by pressing all three keys at once. But I guess the mouse is quicker and faster and more accurate, and quicker and faster mean the same thing. Why am I like this? So I guess there are pros and cons to each control scheme, but ideally I would like to find ways to mitigate those cons. So maybe I'm going to move this over to a different event that is not the step event. And then it just goes through the list and it does a similar thing for silo S and silo D. I'll just go ahead and show you guys that. So in case someone has any brilliant ideas to make this code look, I don't know, tidy. That's really all I wanted to say. This is mostly a checkup, and just to let you guys see where I'm at. Later on in the day, I would like to. Whoa! What was that? Did you guys see that? It somehow triggered an explosion from whoa. Yeah, right there! Did it again! It was so weird. That's another thing I have to write down. Ah, fuck, I'm running out of note cards here. I have like maybe used like 10 of these trying to figure out what the hell my problem was with the missiles. Okay. Does it do that with A? Let me see. I'll have to review the footage and make sure it's just not causing a train chain reaction, but okay. Well, when D fires at right edge, takes top left corner. I'm sure I'll know what that means when I'm reviewing these notes. No, I won't. Uh, but yeah, I'm going to take a break now. And later on today, I'm going to work on programming enemy missiles so you can have a main objective. Uh, I'm tired. Today's garbage day, so I had to wake up early to take out the garbage. So that's why I'm up at this hour. Well, I guess it's not too early. It's only 11:05, but yeah, that's pretty much where I am.